Hello, thank you for joining me today so that I can show you the journals that I've made. So I'll just start with the smaller one first. I'll pop this one over here. This one is has approximately 200 pages in it that are usable. So I'll just quickly go through and just explain to you. It has a little leather button that I've made on it, and you can just slip that around. It's got 5 signatures with the different colours. I've tried to use the colours that I've painted on the signatures as well. And so it's got a soft leather spine and a hard book cover on it. So I'll just quickly flip through. I probably won't talk too much. I'll just mention some things. As I said, there's quite a few blank pages in it. I just thought it would be a nice journal for you to put your own things in or do your own artwork in. So being a horse lover and a horse owner, I found this beautiful picture in an old book, and this mare actually looks very similar to my mare, so I've included that in the beginning, and her name is Abby. I've tried to keep to the theme of an organic circular shape, hence the little collage. It does have different papers in it that are either cardstock or watercolour paper or craft paper in it, with also some black paper that you can use a white gel pen on. That looks really great. I've added some handmade little gift cards or bookmarks, or just little cards that you might like to just keep in the journal. You might like to write something on the back of them as well. So we've got those. There's a few of those in here. Here's another one with, of course, a horse on it as well. There's some mixed media paper in there as well. And this is just a bit of collagey work with a vintage button and some vintage lace on that one. Another little gift card or bookmark. Some vellum paper. I've also added some, this came out of a lovely magazine, and I've just put some white gesso on it, so it has a bit of a rough texture. You can paint on this or write on this, and there's a little floral element as well that I just like, so I thought I'd keep that there. And this is some handmade paper out of an old journal of mine that I never actually used, but I've had for probably 10 years, I think, that came from India. There's some more gesso paper there, some vellum paper. This is an old painting of mine that I did on watercolour paper. Well, a vintage postcard that I did some embroidery on. Step by step we rose to greatness. So I love doing that. I love doing stitching, slow stitching. And as I said, there's quite a few pages that are blank, so there's lots that you can put in it yourself. There's the other half of the painting that I did. Another vintage postcard here. I just loved this one of this lady with her jewels on, her pearls. That's just a blank one on the back. This out of magazine with the gesso on it as well. I just loved her eyes, that little look there. And so I've added, here's another vintage postcard as well from this one was from Salon. I think it's, no, I don't actually know the date, the 2nd of October. I can't read the year, could be 1960. So that's not usable as a postcard, but I just loved the colours on that as well. And this is out of a magazine of a woman in Africa. I just loved her headdress there, so I've added that one in. Some more handmade paper. Another picture of a lady with the gesso on it. I think she's in India. Lovely colours again with that. And there's a little pocket. It's actually upside down, so you don't need to use it as a pocket, but I just loved the little flowers on that one, so that's why I incorporated that one in. And that's the end. There's the back part of the book, and then we'll just cover that again, pop that over there. Okay, well, we'll just slip that little tag back in there. And so this one, I'm not sure, I don't think I said how much it measured, so we'll just measure it. It's probably 11 centimetres wide by 19, just over 19 centimetres high, and as I said, there are nearly 200 pages in this one available. Okay, so we'll just have a look at the next one. Next one's obviously a little bit bigger. This has got a linen and cotton wrap around it, although it does actually stay quite flat, so you may not even need to add that. So this is another old book, hard-covered book, and I've kept some of the original cover colour on the book, the greeny colour there. I love that, and I've painted the rest and put some collage on. This is a linen soft spine with 3 signatures in this one, and then I've also just incorporated some felt here with this one. And this has around 123 usable pages in it. Let's measure this one now while I'm here with the ruler. So it's 24 centimetres by 15 or 16 centimetres. The pages are a little bit smaller than the actual cover of the book, because I just felt if you wanted to add anything else, you can also, with these books, you could probably sew. Could be a bit tricky on the sewing machine, but you could definitely add some things by hand if you wanted to. So I'll just show you a quick flip through this one as well. So I've hand stamped this craft paper here. Oh, excuse me. On the front page, I've used some old maps in this one. This is a photocopy of Flamingo. I just loved the colours with those. I love the black paper that you can write with white gel pen on. I think that's really good idea. Some old vintage paper there. I've also incorporated in this one some gift cards as well, and I've tried to keep a triangular theme with this one because of the cover. So there are some gift cards or bookmarks coming up as well. Some old journal paper. These are some little gift cards, bookmarks, or you might just want to keep them in your journal. and use them to write things on the back. These are doors that came out of a beautiful book that I was given when I left a job, and the book is so beautiful. I actually look at it quite a lot, and this was a page out of that book of all different doors from all over the world. So this one's from Canada, this one's from Luxor, and I just thought they were really cool, and I've popped those in there. I've hand stamped on there to make a little pocket as well. Okay, love the colours on that old map. Another door from Salzburg, that one was. I just love the pinky and the greens in this. This is a photocopied picture out of an old book that I have as well on birds, and I can't bring myself to actually use the actual pictures out of the book yet, so I've just photocopied those. Just a bit of doodling to show you what the white gel pen can look like. Just another great picture of some stained glass there. This came out of an old, I think it was kitchenware book. So old plates with the triangular theme again. For, I think they're putting the old irons on. They used to make these. Aren't they beautiful? So much detail in that one. Old maps again. Helsinki and a door. Look at that. I mean, that's just amazing, isn't it? How that's been made. Huge door. So lots of blank pages in these journals, just so that you can put in there whatever you want. You can paint or draw on some of the pages. This is an old vintage postcard from Stockholm, the Grand Hotel in Stockholm. Another little card that I just hand stamped as well with some vintage rickrack. I loved the colours with the black and the white and the green on this. This is a photocopy again out of the same book that I've got on birds. And this is an old exercise book of my mother-in-law's that she gave me, and I loved the blue, so that's why I've included that one. Some houses with the triangular shapes again there. Another little pocket with some hand stamping and another vintage postcard there. Those, I love those sepia type colours, they're great. And some, this is mixed media paper here. Another little gift card, a bookmark. Old door from somewhere in Ireland. Another massive door. This is from Norway, this little one, with a vintage stamp as well. And then the back page has a little pocket with two other either bookmarks or gift cards in them as well. And some vintage fabric that I think was my mother-in-law's as well, that she gave me on the back cover. And there's the back. So that's both of those, and I'll be adding those to the Etsy store in the next day or two, if you would like to have a look. And thank you for joining me, and hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye.